Nah. Fum, you think you knew everything about that slick Men in Black animated series from the 90s? You barely scratched the surface of this alien-busting Saturday morning goldmine? That show ran for 4 seasons on Kids WB from 1997 to 2001, and everything you thought you knew about Agents J and K is about to get neuralized from your brain. This wasn't just some cheap movie. Cash grab Columbia TriStar Television teamed up with Amblin Television to create something that was actually better than the films themselves. We're talking about a series that took place in an alternate timeline where Agent K never retired and J was still considered a rookie, complete with character designs from comic book artist Miguel Angel Prado that had this killer Americanized anime style. Buckle up your black suits and grab your nerve. Scream it with me. I have the power to blow your mind with secrets that'll make you question everything about this underrated 90s masterpiece. Everything you think you know about Agent K's story is probably completely wrong. Here's the mind-bending truth. In the animated series, Agent K was never actually neuralized like in the movies. The dude never retired and never got his memory wiped clean. But wait, it gets crazier. Agent K's real name was Kevin Cunningham Brown, and that middle name Cunningham is a direct tribute to Lowell Cunningham, the guy who created the original Men in Black comic book back in 1990. That's right. This whole franchise started as a 6-issue indie comic from Aircell Comics before Marvel gobbled it up. Cunningham literally got his one big idea turned into a multimedia empire. Here's where it gets wild. In this animated series, K had a mentor named Alpha, who was the founding chief of the entire MIB organization. Alpha was like K's father figure, teaching him everything about alien policing. But here's the plot twist. Alpha eventually went rogue, acquired some cosmic device called the Cosmic Integrator, and tried to bring down the very organization he created. When Alpha offered K a chance to join his rebellion, K refused and had to fatally shoot his own mentor. The animated series essentially gave us an alternate timeline where K knows about Superman because the show exists in a universe where comic book crossovers were totally possible. Talk about meta storytelling that was way ahead of its time. Alpha is Agent J's surrogate father figure. Wait, that's not the shocking part. Brace yourself for this bombshell. Agent K has been J's surrogate father this entire time, and it's all because of a tragic family secret. In the third, Agent J's real father was Colonel James Darrell Edwards II. Here's the dark twist. The Colonel was brutally murdered by Boris the Animal back in 1969 while helping Agent K deploy the ArcNet shield around Earth. Young 3-year-old James witnessed his father's death at Cape Canaveral during the Apollo 11 launch. Agent K found the traumatized child looking for his daddy and had to make an impossible choice. K neuralized little James, erasing the horrific memory and telling him your daddy is a hero. From that moment on, K became James's secret guardian angel, watching over him for nearly 30 years without J ever knowing. The twisted irony. J grew up thinking his father abandoned the family, never knowing his dad was actually a war hero who died saving the world. When K recruited J into the MIB, it wasn't random. K was fulfilling a decades-old promise to a dying colonel to protect his son. This family tragedy explains why the animated series shows Alpha as both K's mentor and surrogate father, creating this twisted cycle where father figures in the MIB either betray you or sacrifice everything to protect you. Talk about some seriously messed up space family dysfunction that makes regular family drama look like a Disney movie. Agent L's importance, future scientific chief of MIB headquarters. While J and K fight aliens physically, L inherits the advanced technology and becomes the brains behind alien forensics. Versions of her backstory: medical examiner turned field agent, lab scientist, or Jennifer's real-life struggle mirror. L analyzes alien specimens while battling personal demons off-screen. Jennifer Lean voiced Agent L for 3 powerful seasons, plus 7 episodes of season 4 before being replaced by Jennifer Martin. She used different vocal approaches to differentiate L's scientific authority from her Star Trek Voyager character, Kes. With Shakespearean training and personal authenticity, Leanne continued voice acting after leaving Star Trek Voyager while battling mental health challenges. Her theatrical background from the Illinois Theater Center gave her performances incredible depth, having performed in Shakespeare's The Tempest and Othello from age 13. Other major credits were Star Trek Voyagers, Kess, American History X, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, SLC Punk, and Superman. But here's the heartbreaking reality. Lean left acting entirely by 2003 to pursue nutrition studies and raise her son, Jonah. What makes this story tragic is that between 2015 to 2018, this incredibly talented actress faced multiple arrests and legal troubles, ultimately requiring court-ordered mental health treatment. The animated series gave us Jennifer Lean's final major voice acting role before she walked away from Hollywood forever, making Agent L's evolution from medical examiner to scientific leader a beautiful metaphor for an actress trying to heal herself while healing the world through her craft. Across 53 episodes, the IBs rarely harmed anyone. No shooting to kill, barely any punching. Agents fought by using freeze rays, neuralizers, and restraining aliens in containment fields. The noisy cricket was mainly used for stunning purposes, while the icer froze enemies solid without permanent damage. Kids WB broadcasting standards and FCC-friendly content meant that every conflict ended with aliens being captured or peacefully resolved rather than destroyed. The series focused on policing extraterrestrial immigration rather than alien warfare. Asterisk Keith Diamond, not a full-time voice actor, worked primarily in live-action television. Born Vincent Keith Ford Jr., he's recognizable as Greg Clemens from The Drew Carey Show and various detective roles on Criminal Minds, ER, and Charmed. Diamond recorded Agent J completely isolated from other voice actors, most animated series record ensemble casts, separately for scheduling efficiency. He voiced Jay for all 4 seasons, while other characters got recast. Unlike Will Smith's movie version, Diamond's Jay never got a proper replacement when the series ended. Fans felt the animated Jay was more authentic to the comic book characters. Personality, energetic, but still professional rather than purely comedic. Diamond retired from acting entirely by 2011, making his Agent J performance a perfect time capsule of 90s Saturday morning voice acting before the industry shifted toward celebrity casting. The bugs were originally just called cockroaches. Name change allowed animation studios to reuse alien designs across multiple episodes without expensive redesigns, saving on production costs. Vincent D'Onofrio personally voiced every single bug character in the animated series. Used character aliases like Edwin the Bug, Dung the Bug, Mo the Bug, and Gene the Bug too. Voice multiple alien species per episode without additional voice actor fees. Also performed Edgar's signature sugar, ... In water catchphrase variations throughout all 4 seasons, D'Onofrio essentially became the series' secret weapon. His distinctive vocal performance anchored the show's most memorable villains, while Columbia TriStar Television cleverly maximized their movie star budget. The genius move saved thousands on voice casting while giving fans authentic continuity from the films. Plus, here's the kicker. D'Onofrio's bug voices were recorded using his original Edgar physical mannerisms, meaning he literally wore knee braces and used his signature awkward body positioning, even during voice-only recording sessions. Talk about dedication to craft that most viewers never even realized was happening behind the microphone.
Virtual selective memory projector? Sorry, Jay. Wouldn't know.
Jack Jeebs' head could regenerate into various forms. Tony Shalhoub voiced both Jack Jeebs and multiple alien pawn shop customers. Same actor, different voices. His vocal range fooled animation crews into thinking there were multiple guest actors when it was just Shalhoub doing impressions. Asterisk. Shalhoub was very selective about projects, carefully choosing between film and TV commitments. Also voiced characters in early episodes before transitioning to his breakout role in Wings, then later becoming the iconic Adrian Monk. The animated series was sometimes recorded before scripts were fully finished. Shalhoub would improvise alien customer dialogue that later got written into episodes. Later, Billy West replaced Shalhoub as Jeebs for most episodes when Shalhoub's schedule became impossible to coordinate. West appeared in space, Jam as Bugs Bunny, and later cameoed in various 2000s animated projects. The Jeeves handoff represents a perfect example of 90s animation's transition from movie stars doing occasional voice work to dedicated voice actors building entire careers in animation studios. Shal Halb's brief but memorable Men in Black voice work helped establish the template for celebrity cameos in Saturday morning cartoons. Frank the Pug, beloved alien, excluded from Men in Black 3 for being considered too dependent on CG. The character required expensive special effects. Mouth animation still impressive in animated series today. Fan parody voice provided by Eddie Bart. Bart's gruff delivery perfectly captured Frank's sassy alien in disguise personality. Frank's merchandise became collectible gold, plush toys, action figures, and bobbleheads are still popular with 90s cartoon fans. His "Kiss My Furry Little Butt" catchphrase spawned countless memes before memes were even a thing. Back in the late 90s, just as Men in Black hit screens, the studio greenlit a full-blown animated Men in Black instead of investing, say, in a groundbreaking 1980s Spider-Man flick. Seriously, they poured cash into 53 cartoon episodes from 1997 to 2001, produced by Adelaide Productions, and Amblin yet never let it ride into Blu-ray glory. Both series were critical. Fan base hits butt with budgets cut to the bone. It's ironic that MIB's rushed first season animation still looked gritty cool, and the theme song was built from scratch, like a mini masterpiece. As a result, that 80s Spider-Man cartoon remains a yawning gap in superhero history delayed for decades. Imagine a world where we got Saturday morning web slinging instead of alien busting. The budget blunder, speculative what-if TV history, and crossover shock. This one decision spawned a wild alternate cartoon universe. David Warner voiced Alpha, the big bad of Men in Black. He's also the chilling exec program duo in Tron as Ed Dillinger and Sark. That crossover gives MIB diehards a direct line to an 80s cult landmark. A perfect bite-size, oh hey, remember him? Easy to share, fun to spot, and a neat mashup linking Saturday morning alien busting with neon grid villainy. Cam Clark, son of actor Robert Clark, and singer Alice King, popped up in Men in Black as guest alien Alcidian. He often did additional voices, the kind of invisible work most viewers miss. Early in his career, he kept his private life quiet. Later, he came out as gay and began telling his story on stage in his one-man show, Stop Me If I Told You This. Today, he's candid about identity and health, and remains a respected voice veteran. Alpha, a rogue ex-MIB founder who rebuilt himself with alien parts, keeps coming back to torment K&J and Frank the Pug. Not just a cute dog, he's actually an alien, voiced in the cartoon by Eddie Bart. The show even flips the film's ending. K never retires, and Agent L stays on the team. What's your funniest or strangest MIB cartoon memory? Tell me in the comments if this made you smile. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Okay, neuralizer time, so this outro never happened.